This morning when I was doing my initial looking around through Facebook and whatnot, a lady that I know who I used to be employed with, and she was pretty negative back in those days, but I guess she's just become even more negative these days. She posted something online that she had to change her route to get to work because she couldn't afford the tolls. And we're talking maybe 50 cents a day or something along that line. And today I also started a course in meditation, and the meditation is about finding out a little bit more about yourself. And Deepak Chopra is the person who's the leader of the course, and he said 4 questions you should never ask yourself. And one of them is, what's wrong with me? Well, there's nothing wrong with you. You are you. It's insecurity and self-doubt and judgment against yourself. But it's a hard statement to get out of your brain once you start that. The next statement is, what's going to happen? Hey, who knows? Nobody knows what's going to happen. Good or bad. We're not mind readers. You don't have a crystal ball that you can check and find out for sure. If you did, a couple of the presidential candidates tomorrow would be okay. They'd probably know, and they wouldn't be spending their $400 million a second. The next question was, how will I ever get out of this? I'll tell you a little bit of a story. Back in July of 1982, it was my son's birthday, and I have never been so broke as I was that time. We were giving, I think he was going to be probably 12 or 13 years old at that point. A little bit older than that, I guess, probably 14 or 15. And we were giving IOUs, and it was one of those things. And one of the questions my wife and I kind of asked each other was, well, how are we ever going to get out of this? Well, you do. Situations do appear. You got to get rid of that fear that's in you, and just know that things are going to change for you. Not necessarily better right off either. You might still have some bumps in the road to get by. The last question that Deepak was asking was, where will the money come from? And he relates this question is not really a monetary question as it is about inside you. It's really more of a fear of loss of control, and you don't have any way to control what's going on with your life without money. And a lot of times we use money to put off some of the things that we need to be doing. So those 4 questions, get them out of your brain. Get them out of your brain. There's always ways to make money. You're always going to get out of a situation. You see, I got a hat on here that says Vietnam veteran, and I spent 2 tours over there, and I got to tell you, there were times that you said, this has got to be it. There's not a way out of here. This is the end. Well, it's now, 44, 45 years later, and there's been a lot of water running on a lot of bridges in that period of time. What's going to happen is the other question. Hey, who knows what's going to happen? I never knew what was going to happen. I know when I got out of the military, one thing I was going to do, I was going to be a landscape architect. Well, I found out I don't really like gardening. And if you don't like gardening, being a landscape architect is not exactly the field that you should probably be going into. And the other one, what's wrong with me, I think we've all had our self-doubts and whatnot, but it just, trust in yourself, trust in your God, and Don't get discouraged. It's going to work for you.